Marrubium vulgare, the healing and beautiful plants of white horehound. Marrubium vulgare, or white horehound, is an interesting and useful vegetable that has been used for a long time in medicine and gardening. This modest plant from the mint family, Lamiaceae, has been used for hundreds of years because of its special qualities. It is famous for helping with a wide range of health problems. We are going to learn a lot about Marrubium vulgare in this piece. We will talk about its features, its historical and modern uses, and its importance in both science and herbal medicine. A picture of the plant Marrubium vulgare. This plant, Marrubium vulgare, comes back every year and is usually about 30 to 50 centimeters tall. This plant's leaves have serrated ends and a fine, downy texture that makes the whole thing look silvery. The leaves are shaped like lances and have a unique feel that makes them stand out from other flowers. The white horehound has small white flowers that are tubular and grouped in clusters. The flowers have a unique lipped shape. These flowers are beautiful and can be seen from late spring to summer. They make a great addition to gardens and nature parks. This is the natural habitat. The Mediterranean, Europe, North America, and Asia are just some of the places in the world where you can find this herb. It usually does best in dry, rocky places, like next to roads or in the edges of fields. Because it can grow in a variety of temperatures and terrains, this herb is well known and easy to find all over the world. Importance in history. Folk remedies and traditional medicine have a lot to do with the past of Marrubium vulgare. It has been used for hundreds of years to treat many illnesses, especially lung problems. People have used it to help with coughs and sore throats, one of the most common ways. In the Middle Ages, white horehound was a valuable herb that was grown in monastery grounds because it was thought to be good for healing. New uses as medicine. Marrubium vulgare is still very important in plant remedies and alternative medicine, even though modern medicine has changed a lot. The plant has chemicals in it like marrubium, which is thought to help with muscle spasms, inflammation, and coughing. On account of this, it is included in plant remedies for breathing problems like bronchitis, asthma, and coughs. Marrubium vulgare has also been looked into for its possible ability to help with digestion, increase hunger, and protect liver health. Some studies have shown that it might help control blood sugar levels, which makes it interesting for people with diabetes. Uses in cooking and other areas. In addition to being used as medicine, white horehound has also been used in cooking. In some places, it can be used to make plant teas, sweets, and even liqueurs. But because it has a strong, bitter taste, it is usually used in small amounts and with other ingredients that boost flavor. Be careful and talk to someone. It is important to be careful when using Marrubium vulgare, as with any plant remedy. Some medicines may not work well with its active ingredients, or taking too much of them can be harmful. Due to this, it is suggested that you talk to a doctor or healer before starting any self-treatment plan. Marrubium vulgare, also known as the white horehound, is a fascinating and useful herb that has been used in many ways throughout history. This herb has been used for a long time in traditional treatments and is still used in modern herbal medicine. Because we learn more about its properties, it's possible that new uses and insights into this herbal wonder will keep coming up. In what ways can you use Marrubium vulgare? The plant Marrubium vulgare, which is also known as white horehound, has many traditional and current uses, mostly in herbal medicine and some cooking. Marrubium vulgare is often used for the following. Uses as medicine. If you have problems with your lungs, white hound may be best known for helping with those problems. It's often used to ease coughs and sore throats and help with lung conditions like asthma and bronchitis because it can help with coughing and spasms. Digestive aid. Some plant mixtures with Marrubium vulgare are used to help digestion and make people hungry. In terms of liver health, it is thought to have some benefits and may help the liver get rid of toxins. Blood sugar regulation. There is some evidence that white horehound may help control blood sugar levels, which is why people with diabetes might be interested in it. Uses in cooking. The white dog can be used in cooking sometimes. Adding it to herbal drinks, sweets, cough drops, or lozenges is another way to use it. In some places, it can also be used to taste liqueurs. But because it has a strong, bitter taste, it is usually used in small amounts and with other things to balance its taste. The third type is traditional medicine. White horehound has been used in traditional medicine for a long time. It was very popular in Europe during the Middle Ages. Herbalists grew it in monastery grounds because it was thought to help with many different kinds of sickness. Aromatherapy. The essential oil from Marrubium vulgare is sometimes used in aromatherapy because it is thought to have calming and healing effects. Beauty products. White Horehound extracts are used in some cosmetics and skincare items because they may help soothe the skin. Landscaping and gardening. Marrubium vulgare is sometimes grown as an ornamental plant in gardens and grounds. The white flowers and silvery leaves are very pretty, and it can look great in parks. Habitat for wildlife. The white horehound also helps local environments by giving some insects and pollinators food and a place to live. White horehound might be good for you in some ways, but you should be careful and only use it with the help of a doctor or healer, especially if you want to use it for medical reasons. Medicines may have side effects or interactions for some people, and high amounts should be avoided. When using herbal medicines, you should always talk to a professional for advice. How do I use it at home? When you use Marrubium vulgare, white horehound, at home, you usually make plant remedies or use it in your daily life because you think it might be good for your health. You can use it at home in these ways. 1. Tea with herbs. Making herbal tea is a popular and easy way to use white horehound at home. This is how you make white horehound tea. You can use dried white horehound leaves or a white horehound drink. Soak for 5 to 10 minutes in hot water. White horehound can have a sour taste, so you can make it taste better by adding honey or somewhere else sweet. 2. How to treat a sore throat and a cough. You can use white horehound lozenges or cough drops with white horehound ingredients to ease a sore throat or improve a cough. If you'd rather, you can soak white horehound in honey or glycerin to make your own cough syrup. In a normal recipe, dried white horehound leaves are mixed with honey and left to infuse for a while before being strained. The aromatherapy, a smell therapy. The essential oil that is pressed from Marrubium vulgare can be used in massage. You can put a few drops of the essential oil into a burner or mix it with a carrier oil to make it less strong for massages, or aid for digesting. White horehound is sometimes used to help the digestive system and make people hungry. Putting dried leaves in hot water and letting them steep for a while will make a plant infusion that you can drink before or after a meal. 5. Use in cooking. Even though white horehound tastes bitter, some people use it in their cooking. It can be used to add taste to liqueurs or to add spice to different foods. Because it has a strong taste, you should only use a little of it. 6. Uses in real life. White horehound extracts are sometimes used in beauty and skincare items because they may help soothe the skin. If you want to use these qualities on your skin, you can look into these kinds of products. And combinations of herbs. White horehound can also be mixed with other herbs to make herbal mixes that are specifically made for health problems. It could be mixed with herbs like thyme and elderberry to help with a cold or flu. 8. Talk to a herbalist or healthcare professional if needed. It's best to talk to a herbalist or medical worker before using white horehound for specific health problems. They can tell you the right amount to take and how to use it to make sure it's safe and works for your needs. It's important to be careful and only use white horehound in small amounts, especially if you're trying to heal yourself. Depending on what you want to use it for, the amount and preparation method may change. To make sure you're using it safely and effectively, you should get professional help. Can it be taken as a pill or with water? Yes, Marrubium vulgare, white horehound, comes in different forms, such as pills, extracts, and tinctures. These can make using this herb for its possible health benefits easier and more controllable. Take a better look at these forms. Pills and pills. You can buy white horehound supplements in the form of pills or tablets at health food stores or from companies that sell herbal products. These give you a normal dose every time, which makes it easier to keep your intake under control. As directed on the product's package, follow the dosage instructions or get advice from a medical professional. Extracts. The active ingredients in white horehound are taken out of the herb using alcohol or another solvent to make a liquid extract. You can drink these products by mixing a few drops with water or another drink. Extracts of herbs are a concentrated form of the herb that is often used for medical reasons. Different products have different dose suggestions, so it's important to follow the directions on the bottle or talk to a professional. Notes on tinctures. Tinctures are like liquid extracts, but alcohol is usually used as the solvent to make them. They come in small bottles with droppers that make it easy to measure out the right amount. Tinctures can be taken by mouth after being mixed with water or other drinks. As with preparations, they give you a concentrated form of the herb and should be taken in the right amount. When using these concentrated types of white horehound, it's important to keep these things in mind. Consultation. Before using White Horehound extracts, tinctures, or pills, talk to a doctor, herbalist, or naturopath. This is especially important if you already have a health problem or are taking medicine. Dosage. Follow the directions on the product's label for the suggested dose. Doses can be different for each product, so it's important to stick to the suggested amount to stay safe and get the result you want. Quality. To make sure the extract or supplement is pure and effective, choose high-quality products from trusted sources. Possible interactions. Know about possible interactions with medicines or health problems you already have. Talk to your healthcare provider about any worries you have. Adverse reactions. White Horehound is usually thought to be safe when used as directed, but some people may have allergic reactions or other problems. You should stop using it and see a doctor if you have any bad responses. If you want to get the health and wellness benefits of White Horehound in a more exact and controlled way, you can use it in these ways. But you should approach this carefully and think about your unique situation.